pretty exciting week. For real. Lots going on. So I decided to pick out a few highlights. Just kind of call it my dumb shit list of the week. First, they have recalled Smucker's peanut butter, the crunchy kind. Well, that wasn't all that devastating to me, even though it is my favorite brand. Because right now there's so many nuts running around, figuratively and literally, infected with something. And I was like, okay. And then they put out a recall on Tampax. Tampax? Because it has bacteria. I was like, well, damn, you kind of fucked either hole you're going in here. But really, the Tampax? What? Did the workers at the Tampax factory have to take a pay cut and they used them before they boxed them up? My second point, and it was a doozy. Did you see it? Did you see Herman Cain? That some of you would like to see President of the United States looking up into space for Libya. Libya? You would think that one of the basics for being a president would have some sort of knowledge of geography, or why the heck we went into another country and took out its leader of 100 years. I mean, you would think that would be something that would be a requirement, people. Don't you think? Picture it. It's the Situation Room. The feeling is tense. You can cut it with a knife. President Cain is sitting at the desk in front of the button. He looks over to the Secretary of State. He looks over to his defense minister. He looks up in the air. He looks over there. He looks back over in the air. He looks down. He pushes the button. And then says, no, that's not the one. Listen. I don't care how many toppings is on that pizza. That bitch ought to be done by now. Done. Point number 3, which actually has to do with pizza. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Congress calls this. I don't know if it's a law, an interpretation, a mandate, a protocol, or just some dumb shit. But Congress has determined that with regards to school lunches for children, pizza is now classified as a vegetable. Pizza is a vegetable. You know, depending upon what you're smoking, pizza could be a dessert. But a vegetable? For real? Alright. My 4th count. While I really think it's some dumb shit, it's really pretty sad, actually. You know, Sandusky of Penn State pedophile fame has racked up 40 counts, 40 counts of sexual abuse against minors. He is out on bail, out on $100,000 bail. Look, I know some Negroes in jail that can't even get bail, and they in there for some weed. Now, what is wrong with this picture, please? Right. Okay. My fifth point, and it's true, we do save the best for last sometimes. Michele Bachmann. I have resisted talking about this woman really only for one reason. They tell me it's politically incorrect to use the term retarded. But I think it just applies so well. I do. Okay, let's call her challenged. This is what she said. And this is her hand gesture. I thought this was priceless. Our forefathers worked really long and hard to make sure that slavery ended. All right. Let's see. Them forefathers did their thing in 1776. 16 presidents later, Abraham Lincoln, who is, credited with doing the whole, freeing of the slaves thing, he became president in 1861. Now, the average signer of the Declaration of Independence, that whole thing, was 45. Now, there's an 85-year difference between that and Abraham Lincoln's freeing of the slaves. That would have made those motherfuckers 130 years old. So, if Michele Bachmann is right, they sure did work long and hard. Now, we all get to choose and make decisions for the direction we think our country should go in. And most certainly, everyone should have a right to vote for who they want to vote for. Having said that, it's a shameless plug for all the crap going on trying to keep people from voting. So please be sure and check your state to see if some little changes haven't occurred that will stop you at the vote. However, you really do need to think, because when you're hungry, even a franc beats a blank. And while Obama may not be the second coming, he ain't the worst thing going either. So that wraps up my list of dumb shit, but not the end of this. For all of you who are at Occupy Wall Street, who got your head bashed in, or your stomach poked with a baton, or you got arrested, or pretty much just had your day fucked up, sorry about that. But I really appreciate it. And thanks.